Okay, here it is, part 13. 13 about the truth about NEXA Mortgage. And part 13 is titled The CEO. The CEO is an, and you fill in the blank. I have heard, yes, I've heard ugly things about Mike Cordes. And, well, we're going through the truth about NEXA Mortgage. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the CEO is an whatever you want to call him. Full transparency, you should know I work for NEXA Mortgage. I love NEXA Mortgage. I'm making these videos because I think you should work for NEXA Mortgage too. And I want to be your assistant. I want to help you get the most loans to the closing table you can. And I want to help you to be successful. And I want to help you help your customers and blow them away with great rates, great service, just great everything. I have been so impressed with NEXA Mortgage, and honestly, I've been pretty impressed with the CEO. But I've made 12 other videos. One was about pay being confusing, about NEXA changing too fast. I made one about loan officer support being for everyone. Oh, by the way, loan officer support is for everyone. And if you haven't even joined NEXA and don't plan to join NEXA, but you would like to use loan officer support, message me. You can message me at jmcdowell@nexamortgage.com, or you can call me 828-238-2682. I'd like to give you access to loan officer support because I believe it would be helpful to you. It's for everyone. Coaches are volunteers. The AEs don't always use the Zoom rooms. We're a Zoom-based company, and you can jump on Zoom and talk to probably a dozen lenders right now. Have some are live in our loan officer support to talk to you via Zoom. There's probably 5 or 6 coaches available right now for you to log in and talk to. It's a Zoom-based company, but not every lender out of our 264 lenders, I don't know, probably 200 of them don't even use the Zoom. NEXA's too freaking big. I've heard that a lot. Yes, NEXA's big. We got 2,700 loan officers, but we're going to have 5,000 by 2027, I think. The support isn't local. Yes, support's from everywhere. NEXA's too freaking big, mostly remote. There's not an office. You live somewhere where you can't just drive 5 minutes to a NEXA office. Yes, you pay for everything, but because the compensation is so good, it makes it easy for you to pay for all of your expenses. You're responsible for your downline, and payroll is slow. Payroll is down to about 7 days right now. So if you consider that slow, then it's slow, because from the time you fund the loan till the time you get paid right now, it's taking about 7 days. And that's fast to most mortgage companies across the country. For us, that's a little slow. Okay, let's talk about the CEO. Some people say that the CEO is sometimes that people don't like Mike Cordes. They don't like the CEO. I'll tell you people that don't like Mike Cordes. It's probably people who go up against him in debates. It's probably your middle level managers. All of those people above you, when you do a loan that make money from that, they probably don't like you because Mike has created a system. It's a platform for loan officers that allows you to make more of that money. Mike is a very direct feedback kind of guy. If you come into you come into our town hall. We have a weekly meeting. It takes about 15 minutes. They give us all the announcements, and then for the next hour, it's open for asking questions. We don't allow scenario questions in that. If you have a specific scenario question and you come in there and you start saying, hey, my borrower's got this, and the appraiser said, he's going to say, this sounds like a one-off scenario question. Don't bring them here. You know, it might feel offensive because he tells you, listen, we do this every week. It's direct feedback. Sometimes somebody will say, well, I can't get this done with payroll. Well, it's probably because you have a comp violation or you have some kind of, and the direct feedback is if you screwed up, you got to go fix it. That's tough love. That's not being an ass. Overly honest opinions. If you watch Mike on these kind of broker brawls or these debates, he's not going to be kind to these other guys that are honestly taking advantage of customers. And I'm not talking about these 3 guys specifically, so don't take offense to that if you're one of those 3 guys or you work for one of those 3 guys. But there's a lot of mortgage companies out there that just take advantage of their loan officers. They pay them beans. They don't give them the support they deserve. They don't allow them to know that there's better companies out there, and NEXA Mortgage is one of the examples. Blunt request: if you are a wholesale loan company and Mike is asking you to support NEXA and asking you to participate in loan officer support and asking you to be on Zoom, it's because he's asking bluntly, not for himself. Of course, he makes killer income from all of the support that he gives us, but he's asking for loan officers. He's out there asking lenders, mortgage companies, wholesale lenders to give us everything they possibly can, and it's blunt, strong requests. Sometimes, let me give you an example. If you're doing a mortgage, we're doing mortgages with a lender, and they are trying to steal our refinances. In other words, we do the mortgage, and then it comes time for a refinance, and they try to hit that customer with retail instead of sending it back to us. He's going to be ugly as hell to that company and say, listen, I'll cut you off in LO support. I'm going to be done with you. We're not going to do business with you, because that's not the right way to do it. He's protecting us. He's protecting the loan officers. If you're doing something that is NEXA has 2 rules, and we're serious about these 2 rules. If you're doing something that's not compliant, he's going to be rough on you. He's going to tell you, you can't do that. You got to stop. You can't work for NEXA if you're going to do things that are illegal and not compliant. And also, if you're not profitable, if you've been working for NEXA for 6-8 months and you're not doing any loans, it's not the right place for you. So he might be kind of rough with you if you are being illegal or non-profitable. There's just no reason to be in the business. You got to make money and you got to be compliant, or you can leave. Impatience with repeated questions. I've been on loan officer support. I'm sorry. I've been in the NEXA town halls, and we have, there's 2,000 loan officers in these things. And at the end, after the 15 minutes of announcements, there's an hour and a half of just raising your hand in the Zoom chat and getting to ask questions. And everybody gets to ask questions. Some people should have their privilege of asking questions revoked because they're asking the question that has been asked and answered 3 times in the same frickin' meeting. It amazes me that he's not a bigger ass when this happens, because it happens today. For example, I bet there were 5 questions about there's our 8-hour training. There's an opportunity for us to get our 8-hour training for $12. Or continuing education through NEXA, you can get it for $12. And it was asked and answered. How much is it? Is it free? $12? How do we get it? Or you could pay $79 if you're not a member of NAM. But it was $12 or $79. The same question was asked and answered like 4 or 5 times. I'm surprised he didn't say to the 3rd or 4th person, if you ask just go away. No, you're not allowed to answer, to raise your hand in the next 3 town halls. He didn't say that. He wasn't that big of an A, but I would have been tempted to. I'm like, geez, asked and answered. Okay, poor Mike. He's a Cowboys fan. If I were a Cowboys fan, I'd be pretty miserable too, wouldn't you? I can relate because I'm a Chicago Bears fan, so it's been pretty bad for me too. One recruit mentioned Mike's work ethic and maybe that he had used some profanity or something. One person I was recruiting said, I don't want to work for Mike because I don't want to work with NEXA because Mike's attitude about work is he works like 80, 90 hours a week and he never stops. And let me tell you something about NEXA Mortgage. If you want to work 80, 90 hours a week, you'll probably be compensated very, very well. You'll probably be very, very successful. But not all of us put in the kind of hours that Mike does. But sometimes you put in great hours and you have lots of benefits. You can take your family on trips. You can take... NEXA recently bought 4,500 acres in some beautiful canyon. And guess what? Nexans, people that work for NEXA, can use those 4,500 acres, and their cost is like a cleaning fee. It's insane. So anytime you think that the CEO of NEXA is an ass, well, consider some of these things. There are times that it's hard not to be it's hard not to be rude. You know, you kind of you've had a bad. If you're a Cowboys fan, you've had a bad what life. Anyway, um, last thing I'm going to say is it's about the platform. It's not about the CEO. It's about the platform. It's not about the CEO. I can't imagine any other place where you can make what you make. NEXA has something called NEXA 100 right now. What that allows you to do is to do non-delegated mortgages, and you can make whatever you charge. You can take all of it except the 55 basis points as compensation, whatever fits in your bucket. The rest of it you can take to handle all of your business expenses. It kind of allows me to work for NEXA. And when I say NEXA doesn't pay for anything, you pay for everything. Well, it's not like that for me, because now with that NEXA 100, NEXA is paying all my expenses. I'm using my Divvy card, my debit card that's a NEXA company card, and I'm covering all my business expenses with my NEXA 100 dollars. So it's not about the platform. I mean, it's about the platform. It's not about the CEO. So whether you love Mike Cordes, personally, I think he's a pretty patient dude. I think he's doing a great thing for loan officers. I think he's doing a great thing for every homeowner that wants to get a mortgage. I think he's I like the guy. I like the directness. But if you don't, if his personality or my personality rubs you the wrong way, it's not about us. It's about the platform. It's a platform where you can do the very best for your customers, and you can do the very best for your family. So if you'd like to talk to me about joining NEXA, reach out to me. I want to talk to you. I think I can figure out a way to get you to a meeting with a bunch of NEXA people, and you and I'll take care of your hotel room. I'll take care of your flight. I think there's a way to help you get there. Now, I don't know, this YouTube video might be up for 10 years, and maybe that won't always exist. But if you call me now, I think I can help you get together with a bunch of Nexans. I'll cover your hotel, your flight, your food, and we'll just learn all about NEXA. And I'd love to have you to be a part. And it's a platform. It's not a person.